Well, welcome back, everyone. Another exciting week in markets. September is truly turning out to be a very tradable month. When you look at the way the market closed this week, lots of stuff going on this page. Focus on the channel, and then at the very hard right edge, how we ended the day on Friday. Bearish candlestick closed below the center of the weekly pivot range, broke one of the standard deviation lines in the channel to close under. Looks quite negative. A lot of this is actually mechanical, related to the OPEX, but there's some damage that's been done here that we have to account for, and I'm going to take you to a technical suite of tools, the Champion Trend Pack, to evaluate this with you. So let's go there right now. So what you see on screen right now are three charts of the SPY. The same thing that you were looking at a moment ago, but you're looking at it now with technical overlays developed by 32-time trading champion, international and domestic real on-site money trading champion, Rob Hoffman. These are tools that are available for wealth charters with their wealth chart membership. When you look at the Champion Trend Pack, the visual impact, very clear. The nuances are what's really important as we move into the end of this week. So what I'm going to do is show you that the weekly chart has a negative spin on it, but it's still in a buy zone, the Champion Cross buy zone. And you can see that green opaque area. It's still well above a rising channel. That's the moving support and resistance channel, the MSR channel. And we've also got the Champion Trend buy zone as well. So we've got a buy zone with Champion Cross, a buy zone with Champion Trend, upward action. But the candle at the end of the week has got a negative momentum issue. And in the subchart, you can see the Spike 2.0 tool telling us that we are using bearish fuel. The fast spike is through the center of the channel. The slow spike has come from above the top of the channel and continues to move down. That's the green line. And it's below its signal line. So this does set up a negative outlook. However, if you break the time frame down into a daily chart and evaluate where we came into support, we don't have a Champion Cross buy zone. Champion Trend is down here. That's still a ways away, $4 or $5 away. And we are still in the spot where you can see the subcharts telling you you're using more bearish fuel, similar to the weekly. This does not look all good. However, break the time frame down one more time. You've got the IRB tracker, one of the Wealth Chart member exclusive indicators, and you're holding the Champion Trend buy zone. Now, the 4-hour chart tends to throw its signal out 3 to 5 days. We've ended the week in a very oversold stance, and we've got a technical signal that says, watch out for a counter trend bounce. That counter trend bounce may not amount to much more than a counter trend bounce, but it will require evaluation. I support the idea of a small dip, Sunday night futures, a continuation back up into the channel, and then evaluation will be required. Because the picture does look a lot more sour, but when everyone's on one side of the canoe, it tends to tip over. Now I'm going to take you from here to the one chart as well that is, of course, acting like a bit of a wrecking ball, and it's the dollar. But there's good news, at least temporarily, behind it. Here's the dollar, and this goes back into 2022. You can see the beginning of the year. The big high that was made back in September, the basing pattern, the opaque resistance area that we punched right through, and the channel that we're rising in. When you zoom in a little bit and take a look at where the dollar ended, it ended near the top of its weekly pivot range. Now, what does that mean? That means, think of this as a pendulum. We've gone very far away from normal on the north side of the field. It is less likely that we just break out and keep going. It's more likely that any further upside is capped and we see a modest pullback. Now, I'm expecting that little bit of strength to turn into a pullback on Monday. I'm expecting that to potentially support things like precious metals. Base metals may come for the ride, and equities as well. The SPY expectations are, we've got a negative outlook, things are starting to sour, but Before a bigger breakdown, there is a case to be made for a potential rise, and that can become one that changes the market's tone. Now, we are moving into a period of time where volatility is likely to expand. Fed is coming up. We've got lots on tap. It's a very busy week for markets next week. Staying safe out there and sticking with our consistent strategies, shorter term trading, focusing on swing only where appropriate, and as we move through Monday, potentially precious metals do signal something more appropriate for a swing. For now, the most important insight I can provide is an oversold bounce that could turn into something else. That's conjecture. But an oversold bounce is a likelier outcome before a more pernicious move down. And a more pernicious move down, there's lots of areas that we're exploring in the active trader room as opportunity areas if and when the market does have a more serious slip. Things like long volatility. Looking forward to seeing you back in the active trader room first thing on Monday morning. To everyone listening in that's not part of the active trader room but part of the bigger BBT community, I hope you enjoyed this video. Rob shouts out a big hello and hi. We're getting really close to the next summit, and it is going to be the greatest one so far. Go to joinziad.com, get your seat. You're going to hear from me multiple times, Rob multiple times, Ted multiple times, Hubert as well, and many, many more speakers that your feedback has helped us curate to get you the right insights at the right time that you need. The summit this go around is a do not miss event. It is a market that deserves a lot of scrutiny, and techniques and tools that can outperform are paramount in markets like these. See you at the summit. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and thanks for watching.